Company slogans, they are what define corporate America. They let you know what that company's all about, what they're trying to sell you, what they provide. Do you have any favorites? Do you know of any hilarious ones? We're going to talk about that. Stay with us. Hello, everyone, and welcome once again to the Video Call-In Show, that show that invites you to be a live video guest on this program to talk about whatever you'd like to talk about. Whether it be the topic of the day, current events, or a personal promotion, it's fine. You just come up and we'll talk about it. Joining is super easy. All you've got to do is visit zoom.us, click on Join a Meeting. That would be join if you're joining us via mobile. Enter in that meeting ID right there. You will show up in my green room, and I will bring you up one at a time, first come, first serve, for about the next hour. My name is Jim, and I am your host of the Video Call-In Show. I'll be here for about the next hour. Like I said, my job to listen and learn to and about you. How is everyone this evening? Excuse me. On this wonderful, wonderful Monday night. I hope everyone's doing well. Now, company slogans. Oh, by the way, if that's content that sounds like your cup of tea, make sure that you hit subscribe. Make sure you follow. Make sure you throw us a like. And by all means, if you're kind enough, make sure you share this video out so that more people can be exposed. We can get more people up here and have more fun. Thank you, folks. So, how is everybody tonight? Let's see. We've got Jesse Mendez. How you doing, Jesse? Good to see you, my friend. Crap, my dad makes me watch. Adam, always a pleasure to have you in here, bud. And we've got Homesteading with the Herberts. How are you this evening? Welcome to the show, guys. Above and Beyond Drones. Jim, how are you? Good to see you. And let's see. Over here, we've got, I wanted to talk a little bit about company branding. That's what this is really all about, right? The tagline is the brand. Like I said in the open, the tagline is what tells you what that company is all about. It is what it is supposed to be. I mean, here's the rule of thumb, that it's a one line, or jingle, if you will, that gives you an idea of what that company is going to provide you if you so choose to patronize. Good example? There you go. Where anyone can be a live guest. That is my tagline. Now, does that tell you what this channel is all about? I think it does. I try to have that just about everywhere I possibly can. That is the strength of branding. I mean, we all know these. We all know them. We've been dealing with them for all of our lives, or most of us have been alive since they've been advertising products. Jesse might be an exception. Actually, Jesse is ripping it up. He is throwing down a ton of them. I also see that Brandon Jackson's in here. How you doing, Brandon? Ghana, how you doing? Pixel Pia, teaching and learning. Pia, how you doing? Good to see you. View this, Tony. How are you, Tony? Good to see you, man. Good to see all of you guys. All of you guys. Yeah, Jesse's burning it up. He's, you can tell it's Mattel. Yeah. What I want to hear from you guys tonight are some of those classics, you know? You could almost say the McDonald's I'm Loving It is classic at this point. I don't even know what their newest one is, but that was, oh man, Have a Coke and a Smile, Finger Licking Good. You know, most of us could rattle off just a ton of these things. Let me ask you a question, guys, while I'm going through this. Tell me if the music is too loud, will you? I would appreciate that. Hello, Angel. Oh, by the way, I would be remiss if I did not point out. Hang on just a minute here. I'll point this out in a minute. You just give me a. Let me just talk while I do this. Who among us remembers the really funny ones? Oh, I looked and looked for these things and I couldn't find them. Some of you saw that I had a few funny ones that I threw up the other day, or I'm sorry, last night, as a matter of fact. And and there are just so many of them. So many of them. Like Progressive, Flow's annoying. I love that one. Cheerios, cardboard rings. Hey, for you Cheerios fans, I apologize, but man, that sums it up ever so succinctly. When I was growing up, Cheerios was a big cereal, right? And you had to throw a shit ton of sugar on there. just because they were cardboard rings. I hadn't seen this one. Q-tips. You use them in your ears, even though we say not to. We're all guilty of that. All guilty of that. Wikipedia. You're welcome, college students. These are fantastic. I don't know who's coming up with these things, but they are just great. There used to be a whole series of these things. Oh, shit. This whole time I've forgotten to do what I was doing. Bear with me. I'll just... Okay, there we go. Tonight's topic, by the way, was suggested by, as soon as it pops up, come on, YouTube. Stop making me wait. The Angel Muniz variety show. Yes, Angel suggested this topic a while back when we were doing a show on something else. What lady? And I thought it was a great subject. Your favorite. His idea was your favorite company slogans, and I thought I would stretch that to your favorite and funny corporate slogans. My first one was actually video calling show. I'm just in it for the FaceTime. It didn't fly, so I had to move on from that. Oh, here you go. Here's a couple from McDonald's. Because you only have $4. Or Pepsi, when there's no Coke. How true are those? Well, nowadays, actually, that would probably be more appropriate for Taco Bell. But certainly love those. All right. I shouldn't beat around the bush here. In fact, I might as well pull up the man who inspired this particular one first, and then we'll move on because we've got 3 guests so far. We'll move on to the other guests in just a minute, but he did inspire it, so I'm going to give him first billing. Angel, can you hear me?
Can you hear me, Jim?
Yes, I can hear you. How are you, man?
I'm doing well, Jim.
Good.
Yeah, I suggested this because I was kind of on a nostalgia binge, and I was watching some old commercials, and one of the commercials that inspired me for this topic was one of my favorite campaigns from The Simpsons, where Bart would always try to prevent people from taking his Butterfinger bar, and at the end of the commercial, he's always like, "Nobody better let a finger on my Butterfinger." and there are many more slogans I have loved over the years, and that is just one of the top 5 of mine.
I bet you've got thousands. Yeah. Wait a minute, your top 5, you only mentioned one, didn't you?
I have many, but my top 5 all-time favorite ones that I love. Number 3 would have to be a goldfish campaign that only lasted from 96 to 97. And basically, their jingle was like, "I love fishes because they're so delicious. Gotta go fishing. I can eat them every day because my mom says that's okay." Then their little tagline at the end, "Goldfish, the one snack that's okay to get hooked on."
Ooh, I like that one. Man, they were really throwing them down in the chat. We've got another I'm loving it. We've got Just Do It. You know which one that one's for, don't you, Angel?
Yep.
What about, you probably know this one too, The Happiest Place on Earth?
Disney.
No, now Pixelpia, tell me if I'm wrong on this. I think it might be. Oh no, it is. I think you're right. Because
a lot of people are happy when they go to like Walt Disney World or Walt Disneyland.
Right. But I was thinking, for some reason, I was thinking Chuck E. Cheese. But no, I think you're absolutely right on that one.
Chuck E. Cheese's slogan is "Where a kid can be a kid."
Yeah, you got it. Well done. Let me say hello to a few people here, Angel, while we got Raven Commentator 2001. How you doing, Raven? We've also got Blended Whiskey. Hello, how are you? Susan Hamilton, if I didn't say hello, Susan. Good to see you, as always. Above and Beyond, or I'm sorry, said hello to Jim earlier. Drone Kings of Darwin, how you doing, Brad? JD Tremaine, welcome to the show again, bud. I appreciate you being here. Nora's here, Northern Ohio Railroad Action. How you doing, man? Good to see you guys. Good to see you. All right, so you want to give me another one, Angel?
Yeah, another one is a campaign that I love that Quaker did for the Captain Crunch Band from 2001 to 2007, and the campaign revolves around the captain going to the kids who wished they had a former Captain Crunch, and he would always says, "Crunchitize me, Captain."
I don't remember that. Wow,
it's right if I post a link to one of the commercials somewhere. They're all around YouTube, so it's probably gonna be no problem.
Yeah. I don't remember hearing that one specifically.
But let me get the first one that I see.
Oh, no, that's okay. We don't have to go into individual ones, bud.
I know. But basically, it's one of my favorite all-time Captain Crunch campaigns as a kid, and there were so many of them. There was one for Danny Phantom cereal. There was one for Kim Possible cereal. There were a whole bunch of commercials, but it was all revolved around the same campaign, where the slogan at the end is "Crunchitize me, Captain," with the kids at the end of the commercial.
Well, I think we found the disconnect, because that all happened after I was, eating much cereal, actually.
Well, I was still eating cereal as a young boy, because I was 11 years old when the campaign started.
Oh, sure, absolutely. But we grew up in different times, and I'm looking for the funny one that I found for Captain Crunch. It was hilarious. Something, if I can find it, I'll throw it up there. But I don't even remember what their tagline was when I was watching like Saturday morning cartoons, which had a ton of cereal commercials during that time.
May I ask what decade you grew up in, the 80s or 90s?
You're too kind.
Give me a better idea, because in the 90s, Captain Crunch also had another campaign where the tagline was, "You and the Captain, make it happen."
Oh, I just broke out into a cold sweat, Angel. Well, you want to know why? Because I didn't grow up in either one of those decades. I grew up in the 60s and 70s.
You grew up in the 60s and 70s?
I did. Absolutely. When you said 80s and 90s, I was thinking, oh, I know I don't look that young.
It's just the more notable campaign for me was from the late 80s all the way through the 90s and early 2000s. But I guess the time that you grew up was the time that I probably don't know about yet.
You probably don't. And you know the difference between the the cereal commercials when I grew up and the cereal commercials when you grew up is the word sugar.
Yeah.
We had Super Sugar Crisp. Think of some of the other sugar cereals, guys. Just a crap ton. Oh, don't leave home without it. Oh, no, wait. We got an Aussie one here. Aussie kids are Weebix kids. Weebix. Can't say as I know that one, Brad. Can't say as I know that one. Oh, Angel? Well, no, we're gonna get her up here, so I'm not gonna throw that one out there just yet. What happened to Ghana? Sorry to hear that. I saw. Oh, once you pop, you can't stop. I so remember that one.
Yeah, the late 90s Pringles campaign.
Yeah. Oh, that's... Above and Beyond Drone says, Nike's famous slogan, "Just Do It," was inspired by the last words of Gary Gilmore, a murderer on death row. Fun fact.
And some of my other favorite campaigns / jingle slogans was one with the Tia and Tamara Mowry from Sister Sister, where they starred in a double mint gum commercial, and it was like, double the flavor, double the fun, the statement of a great mint with double mint gum. Remember that?
I do. I absolutely do. Oh, the quicker picker upper. Oh man, do you remember that one?
Yep, Bounty.
Bounty.
Paper towels.
Absolutely, absolutely. All right, well, Angel, I've got 3 other people in the wings, my friend.
No problem. If they have more, but I could speak hours on end for my favorite campaigns, but those are just some of my all-time favorite. Maybe I could create a video on my channel about my favorite jingles growing up in the 90s. But it's
Sure.
just for me. I need to figure out how I can do the proper editing. I mean, I don't want to challenge myself too much, but there are many commercial jingles and slogans that I loved growing up, and it would be hard for others to come on if I did not stop talking.
That's true. But I would say, Angel, challenge yourself every day, man. If nothing else, you learn what not to do.
Yeah.
That would be a great slogan.
Yeah. But you know, with you, Jim, it's always fun getting into trouble.
Getting into trouble.
Remember the Trouble Pop-O-Matic game?
Oh, yes. Oh,
there was
yes.
a 90s jingle where the kids were at the beginning say, hey, want to get into trouble? Yeah, it's fun getting into trouble. Boop, boop. It's fun getting into trouble.
Memory like a steel trap, Angel.
Well, you have fun, Jim, and it's always great getting into trouble with you, whether it's good or funny, but it's always a great time with you. I'll let the others come on and tell their favorite jingle / slogans from corporations, and I'll see y'all later.
All right. Thanks, Angel. Oh, man. I'm going to have to go through some of these that we've got in the chat before I go any further. Ooh, bet you can't only eat just one. I know that's Lay's potato chips. That is awesome. Good to the last drop, man. I so remember that viewed this as that, and that was Maxwell House Coffee. Then we got another one from Drunk Kings. Yeah, now, if you guys maybe Awesome Epic Adventures will know these, but the fish John West rejects. I'm at a loss, Brad. I'm totally at a loss on those. Hello, Lloyd. How you doing, Grumpy Vlogger? Good to see you. Got some other folks in here I got to say hello to. Arco Drone Solutions, welcome. Excuse me. Certs. Ooh, the drop of Retson. Oh, yeah, absolutely. World Series Cricket. Damn, Brad, you are killing me, man. You're killing me. I was watching on Not So Morning Show today in the afternoon, this afternoon, because they are in the future, and it is morning and down under, and they had a head-to-head, American against Aussie, and they had a little trivia contest. America won. America, fuck yeah. Oh, John West is a tuna company, he says. Don't squeeze the Charmin. Oh, a little dab will do ya. Yes. Oh, I so remember these, man. Let your fingers do the walking. That was, I think it was just Yellow Pages. I don't think it was White Pages. Nice one, though. That made it all the way over there, too, huh? Interesting. If you drink and drive, you're a bloody idiot. I know that qualifies as a tagline more so than, or as much as a PSA. Oh, keeps a licking and keeps on ticking. Who remembers that one? Andrew Frying Pan. If it itches, wash it. You had a really good one earlier, Andrew. I was cracking me up, and I missed it. Totally missed it. Oh, from the womb to the tomb. Is that it? Oh man. Okay. I'm gonna have to because you're worth it. Oh yeah, I better just move on to some new guests. Alrighty here. Let me grab a name. Hello, Brandon. Can you hear me?
Yeah, there we go. Can you hear me?
I can. How are you, man?
I was just immediately muting it.
Oh.
Just hold my finger on the button, waiting patiently. Oh.
Nice. It's nice to have that sort of myth. Not even once. Oh man. Hey, David, the producer, how you doing? Good to see you, man. Juliet had a great show, Bourbon Soaked Live, talking about top 5 rock bands with a sexy. They had to have swag. Nice show, by the way. So, Brandon, do you have any favorite company slogans?
I'm just getting comfy with the phone.
Sure.
I'm using the phone app.
Do you?
Yeah, I'm using the iPhone app, but like with the iPhone 10, it's quite annoying with that weird box thing on the screen.
Oh, I see.
I hold it in a way like you're not like hiding behind it.
Yeah. Well, I ask again, do you have any favorite company slogans that you've known over the years? Have they changed your life? Have they changed the type of products you buy? Or they? What's that?
The Milky Way.
Oh, what's the Milky Way? Milky Way Kids?
I've got no actual. No.
Oh,
It's not like the actual advert was like a red car and a blue car, and they were like, oh my god.
Was it a product? Was it the Milky Way bar?
That's exactly how it goes. That's my favorite thing out there.
Well, did you remember any of the ones that I was rattling off from the chat?
I got the chat up, but I can't understand reading wise.
Mm.
I'm just like roughly guessing what people are saying. And sentences that I can recognize.
Oh, one day you'll own General. Oh, man, it's funny how these just come back to me, just like crazy. I'm guessing you don't have too many favorite corporate slogans, do you?
Why in your area is Toys R Us still around? Because in the UK it's been closed down.
Uh-huh.
Like completely gone.
What has? I'm sorry.
Yeah. They had to close down all the stores in the UK.
Oh, they had to close down all the stores in the UK?
Yeah, like they had something with bank or something, like a bank kind of problem, I think they were all about.
Did that happen today?
No, it happened months ago, like it's been closed for years, like there's none. It's just rare to find it in different countries.
Huh.
You know, like surviving locations.
Yeah. Interesting.
But like my childhood location has been turned into a range. It's like a super sized Poundland kind of thing from our country. And the weirdest thing about it is, you know, like Walmart.
Yeah.
In our country, it's owned by a different family as well, called Asda.
Asta?
Yeah.
How do you spell that?
A-C-A.
Oh.
A-C-A.
ACA. ASA. Interesting. And they're a one-stop shop.
Kind of like that. It's like sometimes have McDonald's in them, or a cafe, a shoe shop.
Oh.
Chemist.
It sounds like
shop called George.
Yeah, it sounds like a mall.
Yeah,
do you know what a mall is in the States?
Yeah.
Yeah. That's kind of what it sounds like.
Shopping center to us, but I prefer to call it a mall. It's a more better name.
Ah, I see. Well, Brandon, what else you got for us tonight? Do you want to talk about something specific?
Congratulations on 1K subscribers.
Thank you very much. Appreciate that. Still waiting for that community tab.
Oh yeah, when you get the community tab, you can share other people's videos.
Of course.
For example, if you're watching a YouTube video on the app, you can actually go in the description and then click on the 3 dots, and then you can click share. So if you wanted to share Angel's or mine videos, for example.
Well, I don't use the app, but I know I can share them via, a PC interface.
I prefer
yeah.
well.
I
don't mind once in a while on the phone, but like I just prefer the TV version or the, the old school way on the computer.
Yeah. And I wouldn't consider myself entirely old school, but when it comes to doing this sort of thing, I tend to gravitate toward a laptop more so than my phone. You could call it old eyes, I don't know, but there's so much more flexibility on a laptop as opposed to your cell phone. I choose to use a cell phone or on a laptop. So
yeah,
in fact, I only have one desktop left, and it's an old XP unit sitting right over there collecting dust. Everything else, I'm totally left. Yeah. Oh, did you?
Yeah.
Oh, you know what
my computer like runs it, but like every time you try and do something that runs slow, it pops up saying error. You take to close it, to open up. Like, I'm not using this. Like, I have to rushing on it to try and find something before it pops up again.
Oh yeah, and I imagine I haven't fired this one up in years, but I imagine now that XP is no longer supported, it's going to cry about that every time I do fire it up. But I don't plan on it. Don't need it. It's just there. All right, Brandon, I got a couple more guests, buddy. I'm going to move on.
Well,
anything else?
Annoyed with the method where you have to learn every time you upload something. It's pretty annoying.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Like, how is YouTube thinking kids are going to go to the YouTube app? I thought to download it again and see what it's like. Change the method. Like, you can turn off the music, but every time when the music's on, it's annoying when you scroll left, scroll right. A lady or some sort is going, whoa! Pretty annoying.
Yeah, I've never done that, so I
were using this at age, I would not understand it.
Well, as I understand it, it's going through a revamp because of all this. So who knows? They should make it easier. The real problem is, and I don't want to get too deep into this, is that parents just hand their kids, the tablets and phones already signed in with their account. What are you going to do? Yeah.
Computers back then.
Yep, exactly.
Let kids go online, whatever they want.
Exactly. All right, buddy. Well, I'm gonna pull Raven up here. Any last words there?
Don't forget to check out my channel if you like to, guys.
There you go. He's been typing in the chat, so
I'm gonna type in the chat when I'm
there. You go. All right, Brandon. You have a good day, I guess, because it's been an early morning for you. Yeah. And we'll see you next time, bud.
See you next time.
All right. Take care.
Bye-bye.
One of our friends from across the pond there. That is Brandon Jackson. You guys can find him. He's got several channels, but he'll be typing in the chat here soon if you'd like to go check him out. Let's bring up our next guest. We have a couple of names coming up here shortly that we all recognize. Raven.
Oh no! The mystery car got wrecked again! Oh well. Like your neighbor State Farm is there!
Ooh.
Wait a minute, Raven. Wait a minute, Mabel. What about Geico? After all, 15 minutes could save you 15% or more on car insurance. Is it isn't that the one with the lizard or whatever? Yeah, that's the one with the gecko.
I saw all your chats, and I know that you must have a million of these.
Yeah. And there was one little commercial. There was like a campaign for Burger King like in the 2000s, like not too long ago, where they keep saying, have it your way. And it kind of went on for like thousands of commercials until finally they decided to just switch it up to something else. I don't know what the new slogan for Burger King is now.
I don't either, but that actually predates the 90s, if memory serves. I can remember that back in the 80s. There's a nice little jingle to it, you know, have it your way, have it your way. So yeah, that one's an oldie but a goodie. Oh, I know what it was. I'm sorry. I just Andrew Frying Pan said he said finger licking good was false advertising. He said I never got my fingers licked there.
Or Red Bull gives you wings.
Oh,
it doesn't actually
yeah.
give you wings. It's like it's false. It's like, you know, it's false advertising. Red Bull doesn't really give you wings. I think it's supposed to be like, you know, metaphorical because yeah, it's an energy drink, but it doesn't really give you wings like an angel. The only way you get wings is if you go to heaven.
How true.
Yeah. And, there's also that old M&M's campaign, melts in your mouth, not in your hand.
Not in your hands. Yes. Yes. Yeah. An oldie but a good one.
Yeah, an oldie but a goodie. And oh, our house smells so nice when you bake in the oven. A warm kind of smell when you bake in the oven. Nothing says nothing like something from the oven. And Pillsbury says it's best.
Nice.
Yeah, there was a very old one from like the 1960s. And this was back when like the Pillsbury Doughboy commercials were back in their heyday. Before this is from the tradition from claymation to 3D animation. Back in the in the, you know, the 90s or even the 2000s, if memory serves me right. Yeah. One could even say that the Pillsbury tagline could have been the. Yeah, like the little poke. Yeah, okay. Just poking in the belly. Ooh, where's the beef? These guys are coming up with some fantastic ones, Lloyd. Where's the beef? Yeah, where's the beef? That was huge back in the day. Huge. Yeah, it was huge. It was a huge like Wendy's campaign. And funny enough, though, it actually also means like, where's the substance? Yes, absolutely. Oh no, just meow 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 meow. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. And what a better way for these slogans than the Starbucks smile. Tony, I don't know if this one made it in. He says the old M&M or the other M&M slogan. Still good to eat after 7 months under the couch cushion. I mean, it'll be melting. The couch cushion could be so warm and they can just stuff it, and all you have left is chocolate stains off the couch. Oh, who's that? Oh man, these are so good, so good. I'm sorry, I got locked into the reading them. Oh man, what the hell's going on here? I've got Zoom problems here. Oh, not Zoom, but trying to dive into this. I want to be able to see these things. Or the most famous slogan for all cereals, part of a balanced breakfast. Yes. What was that? Part of a balanced breakfast. That was almost all of them, wasn't it? Yeah, almost all the cereal commercials, like, you know, with like Honey Nut Cheerios, Captain Crunch, all that stuff. Yep. The funny one, which I never found for Captain Crunch, and I guess I'll never find it, was thanks for ruining the top of my mouth. Love that. Yeah, funny slogans are very funny. Oh, they are. And I didn't get to see anybody, no one said in the chat whether or not they found the other one. How do you say that? EL1 Terrier? Oh, Terrier production? That's a tough. I think that's how you say it. Oh, okay. Just go with what you know. Welcome to the show, by the way. Welcome. Yeah, the best part of waking up is Folgers in your cup. Nice. Oh yes. And let's not forget this one with like the dog. NESTLES. Nestle makes the very best. Oh. Chocolate. Nice. Do you remember my baloney has a first name? It's OSCAR. My baloney has a second name. Has a second name. It's MEYER. MEYER.
I love to eat it every day. Tater Rogers, how you doing? Welcome to the show. This is not the singing portion of the program, but hey, you never know.
We could incorporate some useful stuff eventually. I don't know. Maybe that might be possible. Maybe without maybe if we come up with original songs, or maybe we do some sort of a talent show sort of thing for the video call-in show eventually. It might attract. It might bring in a big audience.
It's funny you say that. Yeah, it's funny you say that because I thought about that. In fact, one of my subjects coming up is, do you karaoke?
Oh yeah.
Now I don't know. I haven't decided whether or not if I'm going to open up the floor to karaoke, but I thought that would be fun. And what you were talking about was that's awesome.
That would be a lot of fun. I mean, I don't know, if anyone is up to singing any songs or not, but karaoke might be a lot of fun. I did that once in Mystery Shack called Scarioke, and it was a lot of fun. I mean, it's not about sounding good; it's about sounding terrible together and having fun. You know
having fun. Having fun. That's what I would say it's really all about, is just having fun. Because I have some great karaoke stories of my own, having one, been introduced to it at random, and two, actually having run a lot of karaoke sessions for some people. So
yeah.
All right. Well, Raven, any other ones you want to cover before I get to my next two guests?
Well, those are the ones that I remember the most, and I think the Cartoon Network one, it was Check It, back in early 2010, and that was when they were showing shows, like The Amazing World of Gumball, Adventure Time, stuff like that, and when they were promoting their CN programming.
Cool. I don't remember that. Of course, I wasn't watching cartoons then, but that's okay. Well, thanks, guys, for being here.
Thank you. Have a nice night. Bye-bye.
Same to both of you. We'll talk to you later.
Bye.
Oh, man. You guys are killing it in the air. Just killing it. 4 out of 5 dentists agree. Lloyd, you've never done karaoke? Oh, man. Oh. Wouldn't it be fun? First time karaoke? Get people up here and just do it. What I would do is I would say, let's just do it without video and see what happens. That way you're not embarrassed. It's funny because I don't know if you guys ever watch Answers with Joe. Great YouTuber. But he tackles some really, really deep scientific questions. And today I was watching one about quantum physics, quantum mechanics, actually. And one of the side notes he was talking about was, one, they were trying to measure photons. And it was the act of measurement that changed the actual measurement, which, you got to be really involved in quantum mechanics to get that. But he also equated that to, we all act differently based on those things that are in front of us. Like I've always said that what you see is what you get. What you're seeing right now is how I am on the street. Some people could attest that it's very close to being, what it is. Of course, I do tend to become more animated. I stop myself from saying us as much as I possibly can, because we all know that I have a problem with that. But I think also that you do change yourself when a camera is in front of you. It doesn't matter. Think of yourself last time you were at a wedding or something, and somebody came up to you with a camera. Do you have anything to say for the bride and groom? And you change a little bit. The way you present yourself changes just a bit. Even though it's an inanimate object, you change a little bit. In fact, some of us change based on who it is we're talking to. And I'm actually coming up with some great show ideas. I'm going to have to write this shit down. They're great. Perfect. Tony the Tiger. Awesome. It's got to be clean. It's got to be tied. You guys are killing this. But anyway, I just thought that was interesting. And maybe if I do a karaoke sort of thing, I'll just have the camera shut off. That way you don't have to worry about how you look and you think about what you're singing. I don't know. We'll see. Well, let's move on to the next guest. This is a gentleman that was on my panel last night. We didn't get to see him, and I don't think we're going to get to see a camera tonight, are we, Melix? Should I call you Melix? Oh, he didn't have his mic turned on. We'll wait for you. But I thought that was fascinating, how he's absolutely right. We do change the way that we react to that inanimate object, only because, one, we know exactly what its purpose is. We know that we're being recorded. We know that we want to put our best. How's that for irony? We want to put our best foot forward. So we do think about it, even in the most basic of terms. We do think about it. There we go. How should I refer you? I don't have a lower third for you yet.
Well,
just
I don't know if you remember last night. My real name actually isn't Alex, but
yeah, I figured that. And I saw you chatted a minute ago.
Yeah. On the Where's the Beef?
Yeah, and what was
or the cocaine one about what was it? Red Bull.
Oh yeah. Well, you didn't type the one that says Coca-Cola. It's not just for breakfast anymore, did you?
No.
I saw somebody type that in earlier.
But it's true.
Yes, absolutely. And it's funny because we used to say cocaine, but that we know that's not that's not where we need to go there. What was your name? I forgot what your name was, bud. Brandon. Okay.
I'll go on by that the next time I come in.
Oh, okay. Cool. Well, we'll leave it to Brandon for now, and we'll bring you up just with audio. How you doing, man? Why it seems like 24 hours since I've seen you last.
Probably has been.
So, do you have any favorite company slogans that you wanted to share?
Well, me and my friend were talking about it, and he said that IKEA had one. It's like that we put extra stuff in just to mess with you. Yes.
In fact, I called that up last night. Did you see that?
No, I did not.
Yeah. Oh, there it is right there. In fact, I'll bring it up now. There we go.
That one's actually a good one.
It is. I love the funny ones, man. The funny ones are awesome. YouTube, don't read the comments.
Yeah, I remember Q-tips had a good one. It was like, use them in your ears even though we tell you not to.
Yep. How about
Q-tips even used for it then?
Oh, I know, right? Well, I you know what they actually market those things for are like makeup removal tools, honestly.
Oh, sure.
Yeah. And God knows what else.
Everything. I mean, you can do keyboards with them.
Oh, yeah. And believe me, I have. In fact, I've cleaned guns with them before.
That's a good idea.
Yeah. What else have I done with Q-tips? I've cleaned printer cartridges with them. They are one of the most handy devices to have around. There's no question about that.
They are, yeah. It's just, something small and cheap that just pay off.
Yeah. Nice cotton end on it. If you guys want to really get tight on cleaning, use the Q-tip and some isopropyl alcohol, and you've got a powerhouse on your hands.
Just like baking soda, you can eat it, or you can use it for something else.
Yes, you know what baking soda is really good for? For brushing your teeth and removing your breath. I used to use it when I was deer hunting. I'd make a concoction of just baking soda, a little bit of water. You make a little paste, and you brush your mouth, and of course, you make sure you get your gums and your teeth real well, and it removes the human smell from your breath.
That's a good idea. It's like getting to that time of year.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. We're deep into it now. In fact, you're in Michigan, so your season. I don't know what Michigan seasons are, but you've got
right now.
Yeah, it's got to be right.
Turkey season started a few days ago. A few weeks ago.
Oh, cool. Do you hunt at all?
Depends. I've hunted deer sometimes, and I've done turkeys, and I've really gotten into doing bird, but I don't think it's that season. But I only do it when I can. I'm not really interested in doing it this year. I might take it like a year off. If I do anything, I'll just be. But yeah, I really like animals, so it almost makes me feel bad.
Well, it shouldn't. You're a young man, and what I told my son when he was about your age, I said the reason that we hunt is because humankind has removed most of the predators, most of the natural predators, and the only way that we can keep the herd healthy from eating itself out of house and home. In fact, you can go to national parks and you can literally see where the canopy is ripped as high as they can possibly reach, and they're all skinny and look sickly because there are no predators. And the only way we can cull the herd is to actually manage it with the right amount of hunting pressure. And it's been working for, almost 200 years now in the States from a management
population
perspective.
and stuff.
Yeah, exactly.
We just learned about that in science.
Oh, did you really?
Yeah.
Well, now you heard it from an old guy on the internet, so it's got to be true.
Gotta be true.
If I'm nothing else, I'm a storehold of useless information. But
know a lot of things.
Well, it happens as you grow older. It's kind of like rolling down the road. Things stick to you, and there's nothing you can do about it. Some good, some bad.
Yeah, one of the things is my grandpa grew to 81, only passed away just a little less than a year ago.
Oh, sorry to hear
last
that.
year in December. But, he born in 37, born in the Great Depression.
Yeah.
He's seen a world war and he's seen all these, well, he's seen a bunch of wars, but he's seen a world war and all these wars, and everything he's seen, you just try and take as much knowledge as you can.
Yeah, well, it's really the only way that you can keep yourself from repeating others' mistakes, right?
Yeah.
Because if you have no capacity to learn from others' actions and others' mistakes, man, you're going to do them too. I mean, we're all human.
Mm-hmm.
And your pappy was a smart man, and hopefully
I walk by a door on my way to third hour every day. Says mistakes are okay because you learn from them.
Exactly. In fact, I would argue that we have to make mistakes, and I would implore all of you young parents. I know you're much too young to be a parent, but I would implore all those young parents to allow your children to fail. It's the only way they can learn how not to fail. So there's PSA for the day, man.
Yeah, that's life lesson for the day.
One of these days, somebody's going to peg this whole show as nothing but an advice column.
Just calling in for advice.
Yeah, exactly.
Daily dose.
Well, it's funny too, because I actually thought about having a night set aside for exactly that. I don't know if I'm going to, but you never know. Yeah, you never know.
Yeah, I was going through YouTube. I saw you on, and I was like, "Yep, I'm getting on."
Oh, it's cool, man. That is so cool. It was fun having you on last night.
Yeah. Are you doing another group call tonight, or were you planning on that at all?
No. My panel shows, which I'm reevaluating at the moment, have been traditionally Sundays. Last night was the 18th Sunday panel show that I've done, but I did a whole bunch on Fridays back in the day, and I even moved it to Monday for a while. But I'm kind of rethinking it. The panel shows are okay, but it's really hard to get into a subject, right? Because you and I are talking about your pappy and advice and all that, and even touched into some of these slogans, and this is so much easier format.
Yeah, it's a one-on-one.
Yeah, and I really enjoy it so much more. I don't know about you guys. Let me know in the chat, by the way.
Yeah, because we were talking last night. There was a few times we got to that little awkward silence there. It's like, who says what?
Yeah, there's the awkward silence, and then there's people that want to talk over everybody else, and it just happens.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's hard to find your way in, and so
yeah, because I want.
Go ahead. Oh, I was just going to say I'm reevaluating that to see if I want to continue doing panel shows. I just don't know yet.
Yeah, I'm just trying to, get to know your schedule. I'm new to your channel, so just trying to get your schedule down because, I like being a part of it. It's a fun time. You're a good guy. I enjoy watching your panel shows.
Well, thanks, Brandon. Yeah, well, thanks a lot, man. Like I said, it was a lot of fun having you on last night. Normally, I have to. I'm very cautious about those people who come on with audio only, but you seem like a great guy, man.
I'll be the mysterious Malix for a while.
Well,
big things reveal.
Well, I hope so. Brandon, I've got one more guest coming up, and I only like to stay on for about an hour in the evening so that I don't tire myself out or you guys. But
All right, son.
I want to thank you for being on, man, and
Yep,
sharing.
thanks for having me.
Sure. You take care now.
All right, you too.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Whoop, wrong merge. There we go. Good guy. He's a high schooler. For those of you who didn't see the show last night, still in high school, Brandon is. Came on last night on the panel show. Had a lot of great stuff to talk about. Like I said, though, a lot of times in panel shows, it's tough to break in edgewise, and that's why I'm reevaluating it. If you guys want to let me know, you can email me, you can put it in the chat, you can you can put it in the comments below whether or not you want me to continue the live panels. I'm really evaluating. Here we are in the holidays. I've got a little bit of time to think because I may not be on Thursday night. It depends on what plans change. That's going to give me a little bit of time to reflect about them. But let me know, guys, if I get more yes than no, then I'll continue them. But if not, that's fine too. That's fine too. All right, now I'm going to get to my last guest of the evening. Some of you may remember this guest. I do not have a lower third, but I can make one. Give me just a second here. I'm going to give him a fighting chance here. All right, there we go. And we will invite him in now. Wait for him to open his mic. Same dude. Choose your mic there, Phil. Should be on the. Yeah, you should be able to have a chance to unmute or actually choose a mic on your phone because it looks like you're visiting or you're joining us via mobile.
Okay, there we are.
There we go.
Hello?
There we go. Yeah, how you doing?
I'm doing good. How are you? It's been a while.
It has been a while.
You still remember, don't you?
Oh, I do, man. I do. I was so hoping that your last show would have busted wide open, and it didn't really go anywhere.
No, not today. You know, honestly, I've been reflecting on some things, and it's been a rough few months or so.
Oh, do
and
tell.
I think I might have told you I was like a comedian actor or something. Like Phil Harvey isn't really my name; it's actually Harry. I should have actually put my actual name in there. You know what I'm saying? That's
completely your choice, man. That's completely your choice.
Yeah. No doubt. I mean, it's always best to either hide or show it off, you know. But yeah. I mean, like I said, I've been reflecting on it. Honestly, I appreciate your enthusiasm. Honestly, it's been just every time I watch your show, it's like I see this guy, and no matter how much stuff comes at him, like stuff like as I say that might sound offensive, you just put that smile on you, and I like that. I really do.
Well, awesome. Thanks, man. Thanks. It takes a lot to rattle me, as you know.
Well, as long as nothing gets too far, you know what I'm saying?
Yes, exactly. I don't know if you noticed or if you heard my earlier shows when there's been a couple of I would say tense moments that didn't make it to air.
Really?
Oh yeah. Well, you know, you're always going to have those people who get their jollies on that.
What intensity? Like just kind of like that. Just give me like the short one, like maybe a one that can be appropriate.
Oh, somebody came on and rattled off the N-word a couple times before I killed him right off. Yeah.
Are you serious?
Oh, sure. I had a guy come on, didn't make it to air, but suddenly showed me his ass. I don't know why.
Oh my god.
Oh yeah. But you know, you're gonna get those. You're absolutely gonna get those.
I'm sorry, but
well, that's why I dove out on you. As soon as you said masturbation, man, I was like, okay, this cannot.
I know. It's like when I said it. It's like, okay, I know that's like just a tad bit, but for someone that's showing off their ass, I'm sorry, but that's just wow.
Yeah, and
I'm so sorry that you had to suffer way worse than what I said, and I thought I was the worst.
No. I got to take that one to the grave. And thank you for your for your.
Yeah. You know, sometimes either a troll just wants to be a troll, or a troll that actually would come out and just be more apologetic and more serious.
Right.
As
right.
for me, I think for you, it's just more like I see your enthusiasm. You know when to keep your fans happy, and I like that, especially for like that one lady, the one with the little plush doll thing, right?
Oh, Raven. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. See, I made something on the live chat. I was the Elite Raider production.
Oh, is that you?
Yeah.
Okay, Elite Raider. Okay.
Yeah. I'm the Elite Raider 25. Well, production really. It was 25, but I'm 26 now, so the 25 is kind of out of the equation.
Well, yeah. Word of the wise: never name something to an age, because that always passes.
Exactly. That's just like. So when you want to talk about companies and slogans, you ever watch WWE by chance?
No, I can't say that I ever got into that.
Really?
Yeah. Well, I used to wrestle in high school, and Roman Greco.
Oh, same here.
Yeah. So I always, I don't want to say look down on it, but it's always one of those things. Well, yeah, come on. Why do they call it wrestling?
Yeah.
They call it anything they want to because it is entertaining, but let's not call it wrestling.
Actually, so what weight class did you wrestle at?
119. It was only in middle school before I moved on to motocross.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I
What's the
wrestled
state?
I wrestled at 145, and that was more like the mid-heavier section.
Sure.
In some cases, but like in other aspects, it's actually not that bad.
No.
It's just the kids that were at that weight class were just more beefier than me, and I'm a pretty slim individual.
Yeah. What was this, high school?
Mm-hmm. I honestly been thinking about like doing pro wrestling, but
do it. Why not?
I kept thinking to myself, I was like, can I ever imagine myself wearing wrestling underwear, basically?
Well, you did for a while. Now it's just got to be a little bit more flamboyant.
Exactly.
I say go for it, man.
Legs and all that.
Yeah.
Thanks.
There's a couple local clubs here in Indy that do that exact same thing, and just locals. Is that anybody who wants to do it can come up and do it, and usually in tights. But they have a great time doing it. Of course, they even have classes to learn how to break your fall and all that.
Right, and usually wearing tights. I don't know. Sometimes I'm kind of biased with that. It's just like when I wear tights, it's just mainly like if I'm just doing athletic sporting and all that, usually just for like warm protection.
Mm-hmm.
Which, oh my gosh. So get this. So I went to this Notre Dame game. So you know where Notre Dame's at, obviously.
Sure.
Right? Yep. Went there last weekend with my mom, and oh my gosh, the weather could not be any worse than it has been up north for like the past few weeks. Oh my god. I don't know how it is down there, but oh my gosh.
Well, right now it's beautiful, but I know a couple weeks, last couple weeks have been pretty nasty.
Oh my gosh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Did you ever get snow down there as well?
We did, just for a short time.
Really?
Yeah.
How many inches?
I don't remember. I want to say it was about 2 or 3. It wasn't that bad.
We ended up getting 5 to 6 up here. Yeah, like 5 to 6. It wasn't that bad, but did not last long, obviously. But it did snow, like maybe a little flake there and here in South Bend, but like it wasn't enough. But oh my gosh, so when I was at Notre Dame, like my fingers were like so numb, and my mom was the only smart one to wear like all this protective warm gear with gloves and all that. And I mean, the cool part was that at least I got the picture with Touchdown Jesus without even freezing my tail off. Yeah, the big. Yeah, you know the Touchdown Jesus that faces over the stadium.
Yeah, I've heard of it. Yeah.
Yep, I get my picture taken there all the time. I love it.
Nice.
Yeah. No, the only Notre Dame gear I actually have at this moment is just a sweatshirt and a hockey jersey, since I'm sort of into hockey a little. So.
Cool.
Yeah.
I'd forgotten that you were a fellow Hoosier.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, that's right. I was basically making something up about like me going to Jasper and living there. No.
It was the
here's
Ram
another,
Ranch.
Here's another confession. I do live in Indiana,
Mhm.
but I actually live in up north of Fort Wayne.
Okay. Okay.
So actually, I'm not too far from Jasper, really, because, like I said, the only time I ever went to Jasper was when me and my ex when we had our first anniversary there.
Mm.
So
Last time I went to Jasper was for a transmission.
yes, I remember you told me that.
Did we actually have this conversation?
I
Suddenly,
think you did. Yeah. You were talking about like you go there for transmissions and some other mechanic stuff that you were mentioning about. I don't know.
well, no, that was just that one transmission, but I was having a slight deja vu there.
Yeah, usually I have a pretty good memory. It's funny, I'm young. It's like sometimes I remember something in the past, but at the same time too, I forget the recent things. If you catch what I'm saying.
I know exactly what you mean. Exactly.
Oh my
what you mean.
gosh! Don't you just hate that? It's weird. It's like you can remember the past, but you can't remember what happened recently. It's like, how in the heck does that happen?
Yeah, unfortunately, it gets worse, Phil. That's when you start walking into rooms and forgetting why you walked in. You lose your keys and they're in your pocket. I mean, there's just a shit ton of those sort of things that you get to look forward to.
Right. Oh my gosh. So get this. So like, so every time I'm at work, right, we get these temps, and sometimes I like to introduce myself.
Mhm.
So I'm just like, hey, I'm Harry. And they'll say their name, and it's like, okay, we'll talk for maybe a good few minutes. Next thing you know, I ask them again, what's your name? Like after 10 minutes, I just know the person.
Oh yeah, you know a good tip for that, and is to actually say their name after they tell you their name, and you're more likely to remember it.
Actually, that is a pretty good tip.
Yep. Say their name.
keep
Look
that in
them
mind.
right in the eye. Say their name in
it's
some
like-
sort of sentence, and pleasure to meet you. Jane Smith, and you will more likely remember that.
Well,
Another PSA.
and here's the worst part about that is that most of those temps I ever introduce myself to, okay, it's like some I will remember, but some that I do don't end up lasting very long at the place that I work at. It's like, okay, it's like
Yeah, but
it's
what?
like you could just kind of getting a little weird, and it's like when you bring a girl home for maybe one night.
Mm-hmm.
It's like you forgot her name all of a sudden. It's like that.
That's the worst.
Yeah, exactly. even though I try not to be that person, but it's like,
But only when you try to call them for breakfast, because you don't know what to call them.
oh my god. Oh my god.
Well, Phil, we're at the top of the hour, my friend.
That's actually pretty fun.
We are at the top of the hour. I appreciate you coming on and being a nice guy.
There was a company slogan. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to talk all that.
That's okay.
Stuff and all that.
That's okay.
No, there was a company thing that I've always wanted to know about. You ever heard the Domino's Noid?
Oh yeah, Void the Noid.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So I never really understood it as a kid, honestly. I don't even know if it was a 90s thing, honestly.
Do you want to know what it's about?
I just know that the Noid was like the anti-Domino's pizza person. mascot.
Actually, no. The Noid was the representation of pizza going bad. So you wanted to avoid the Noid, right? Order Domino's
okay.
and avoid the Noid.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
I figured that was the case. I knew something was about like bad pizza and all that other stuff.
Yep.
There's been, oh my gosh, there's been a lot of companies. So it's like one, I think from that Raven, the commentator, which I love her imagination. I really do. And just how she presented the Pillsbury Doughboy was just hard. I loved it.
On
Because
point.
it takes me back so many memories because I used to like make fun of the Pillsbury Doughboy, and every time I would poke something, you know, say,
Oh man,
oh my gosh, I used to piss people off. About that.
many a bully moment on that one too, man. Kids being kids. There's been many a bully where you poke the fat kids, and it's awful,
Especially-
but kids being kids.
Oh my gosh, especially when I was in school. I remember you would pick on the bigger kid, and you would do that, antagonizing him.
Yeah.
Because Pillsbury Doughboy would represent the bigger kid.
Yep.
It's terrible. I know exactly what you mean, but other than that, oh my gosh, there's been a lot of things that I can remember. Google, I remember I was introduced to that back in 5th grade. No, it would have been 4th grade. Because
you're gonna make me feel old, man.
I remember I used to be fascinated about it because of all the search images that I could do.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, because instead of it what it is now, instead of being a web engine, it was just more like you type whatever and you just find images, and it was like, oh my gosh, this has to be the coolest thing I've ever seen. Wow.
Well,
yeah,
you know,
I used to find a lot of cool images on Google. I would always find like something about Star Wars or something along the line of Zelda, maybe, et cetera.
Oh yeah. Well, they got off on the right foot. They've just screwed up since. What are you gonna do?
Oh my gosh. Yeah, actually, you want to talk about getting off the wrong foot? So they've been making this new Terminator movie, right? The new Terminator that's coming out.
Mm-hmm.
So the company Skynet, I think it was called, the one that's been making the terminating robots.
Yeah.
Apparently, Google, like in theory, Google is the next Skynet. I'm like, really? I haven't seen any wrong, really, with their autonomous cars and all this other.
The reason they say that, though, Phil, is because they are by far the largest repository of information.
What do you mean,
repository, not suppository.
Suppository.
Not
like
suppository, yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Let's not go down that road. They are the largest repository of information, private information on all of us, bar none. That's
honestly,
why people fear them like
that.
Skynet. Yeah.
Because, well, here's the thing. Because I've been noticing like autonomous cars have been coming and all this other stuff, and just with Google and their slogan, it's just it's fascinating. It's just how they develop the technology that we have now is just, it gets more and more impressive. And I'm a millennial kid as we're speaking, because I was born in '93, so it counts technically.
Damn, I have 30 years on you.
Hmm?
I have 30 years on you.
Oh my gosh, yeah. But you know, it's funny because I've been striving on technology mostly all my life.
Well, yeah, you grew up
Video games, home phones, dial-up internet,
sure,
you name it, I was there.
Well, I grew up in a time before microwave, so you know.
and I bet microwaves were the big attraction before.
Dude, they were the shit. When we got those, it was like, you know, you could throw something in there, having no time flat. That was something else. People don't understand how much of an impact that made.
You want to talk about how microwaves were the shit? DVDs were the shit.
Well, yeah, but we said
DVDs. Oh my god! As a kid, I remember when my mom first bought this DVD player. I was about like to lose it because of how epic it was.
Oh yeah. But there are 100 of those. In fact, we should save that for another show. We are past the hour, my friend.
I don't want to hold up too much of your time or whoever's next in line. I mean, it's nice just to at least get some serious time.
Well, it's nice talking to you, Phil. I appreciate you coming on.
Yeah, no problem. Maybe I will definitely come in on another show and just maybe talk about whatever it is.
Sounds great,
Something
man.
more relevant in my taste, if that makes sense. You know what I'm saying?
It does. I appreciate it. Well, we were relevant. We were talking about company slogans. It was awesome. Thanks, man.
Yeah, no problem. Well, continue on with your show.
All right, buddy.
Keep that smile. And you keep that positivity.
I will do. Thanks, man. See ya.
All right, peace out.
Well, that was nice. That was very nice. How much have I missed in the chat, guys? Jeez. Tater quotes. Oh my Lord, just a ton of them. You guys were killing me in there. Just absolutely killing me. It was good talking to Phil. Phil, you know, he's He's joked around on the channel before, no problem. Like I said, it takes a lot to rattle my cage. But you guys know it's 11:09. We are well past the hour, and I'm going to call this one a day. Don't make sure you don't miss. This is a great segue, because truth in advertising is very, very important. It should be important to all of us, and that goes right down the road with the golden rule as well. That's going to be tomorrow night. We're going to talk about the golden rule. I want to go over why I use it in my shows and why you should use it every day. That is tomorrow night, 10 p.m. Eastern. And again, I'm on every Sunday through Thursday, 10 p.m. Eastern. Make sure you give this video a like. Make sure you subscribe. Make sure you follow if you're watching this on some of the other platforms. And make sure you join us for the next show. But for now, that's going to be it for me, guys. I want to thank all my guests. You guys were fantastic. You came up with some slogans that I just hadn't thought about or heard of in years. It was great. And in the chat, you're knocking it dead. Knocking it dead. I hope you guys had fun. I'm trying to... Oh, sorry, Brandon. Not now, bud. I'm going to close out the show. But I'm trying to lighten this up because this whole COPPA thing has got everybody down. Nobody needs to hear 1,000... it's not nice to fool Mother Nature. I just saw Brad's "it's not butter." It is bitter. A bitter oatmeal cookie. Oh, Jesus. We could go on about this forever, but I can't. So listen, guys. Thanks so much for joining, and thanks so much for being here. I want to leave you with what I always leave you, and I do this for a rule or for a reason. We'll find out tomorrow night, but make sure that you treat others the way you would want to be treated. If we all did that, this world would be a great place. Good night, folks. We'll see you live.